Greetings, my gruesomely grim goblins, to Terror in the Making, where we will explore what goes into creating terror on the square. This is the Fayetteville Town Center, home to Terror on the Square, the annual haunted house attraction in Fayetteville, Arkansas. 2006 marks the 4th year of Terror on the Square. However, our story does not begin there. Terror on the Square evolved from a previous haunt on the University of Arkansas campus, known as the Haunted Hall. Here to tell us more is a special guest. Please, tell us who you are and what is your relationship to Terror on the Square.
Okay, I'm Kent Perot and I work with University Housing. I've been involved with haunt, generally speaking, since 1996 when we first did it here on campus.
Tell us about the Haunted Hall and how it came into being.
Well, actually the Haunted Hall itself, at Fulbright, we was the brainchild of a few hall directors. I wasn't even in that group. They asked me to help. But they wanted to do a fundraiser and we had an empty building, so they talked to our assistant director for facilities, and he said, yeah, you can go in there and you can even knock down a wall or two, but don't get crazy because we're still trying to renovate that building. And we did it there for a number of years, and that first year was a lot of fun, and we had a lot of people join in after that. So.
How was it that the Haunted Hall metamorphosized into Terror on the Square?
Well, it happened because we lost our building and we had to couldn't find a location on campus. We tried I negotiated for a couple other buildings, but there was no official interest in letting us go in and create a haunted house on campus. So, of course, they tore down our old building, Fulbright, where we had been located, and we spent 1 year in exile, and then Sandra over at the town center was good enough to give us a call to help out with the program that she was wanting to do, and it basically turned into Terror on the Square. And it's been very good for us.
What is it that you would most like the internet viewers to know about this particular haunted attraction?
Well, there's always one thing, and I don't know that I mentioned this to a lot of people, and I've always had this in the back of my mind in terms of what the haunted house means to me. I'm coming from an art background. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. I've studied art on the graduate level, and I feel that my background in art's always been very close to even what I do for the university. So I've always considered, from the very time I started working with the haunted house, that it's a happening. It's an old-fashioned 1960s, anything goes kind of chaos rules at the last minute happening. That it's an art form that people have to be at to experience, and part of the art form is their actual experience that they're having. And I think we've been real effective with that. I mean, we've had some shows that have where we've gotten real tired, and you could tell the quality kind of lapsed, and where we'd run out of volunteers, and that never made it very fun. But usually we've had something in there that scared pretty much everybody, and I think that's kind of a pat on our back, because we do it practically no budget whatsoever, and it is for a good cause. We've raised a lot of money for the United Way, and we had fun doing it. So.
When you die, and your soul is left to wander the earth, who or what would you like to haunt?
Well, that changes on a daily basis. Today I'd love to haunt anybody who doesn't follow instructions on the internet. Yeah. Uh, in my business, we go a long way to trying to make people's lives easier, and folks who don't follow instructions just make it hard on everybody. So, the other people I'd like to haunt are people who are jerks in the haunted house. I mean, last year we had an actor get his mask torn off by a little idiot, and we've had people get hit and punched and kicked, and that's just stupid. I'd like to visit them in their dreams and make them uncomfortable.
Whom do you most enjoy frightening?
Oh man, gosh. Well, there's a number of people that I love to scare going, and it's kind of a shifting scale depending on the day. But I like to see the people who are real cocky get scared first. The people who are real jerks in line. Giving the cashier a hard time, or just being general morons. I like to see them wander into something and get scared. I also like your prototypical 14-year-old boy who says, well, I can take anything kind of thing, and make life miserable for everybody until he walks into that one thing that he just wasn't expecting and lets himself. So those are the people I truly love. I love to hear the screams, and we get women and girls and men screaming quite a bit. That helps the general overall atmosphere of the haunted house. And I love scaring athletes. Men and women athletes here from the university. There are celebrities. There are stars, and they work hard for us, but they're people in prime physical and mental condition basically, and I just love to see them getting scared because they do respond usually very positively to what we're doing.
Thank you once again, Kent Broden, for your time. And as for you, gentle viewers, I'll see you next time on the other side.